Hello, my loves. Thank you so much for joining me again today. So, I did have a pre-recorded from a few days ago podcast episode that I was going to share with you today, and it was all about my single, sexy, spiritual life. And what's interesting about it is that some people have an idea of what that means, and they actually have no clue. And I think it's rather an intriguing concept to be a woman who is not exactly following the same path as everyone else on this whole single journey that I found myself in. And that I choose as well. For certain reasons, in certain ways. But you're going to hear all about that so much. That's what my podcast is all about. That's what my book is all about. And yeah. But today, I think that there is a lot of impact in the world right now today, for various reasons. No, not just in America, all over. It is also the anniversary. It's September the 11th. I'll never forget what I was doing, where I was on that day. And that was a day that didn't just affect America, it affected us worldwide because of the World Trade Center. I knew people who worked there, and I think we're all connected somehow. And so what's happened in the last 24 hours leading into September the 11th has even more impact than it would have on any other day. And I think it is important, no matter what side you've taken and where you stand on your beliefs of everything that's happening, that we try and understand that people are grieving in different ways, for different reasons. And as much as we can to hold space for that, we are so quick to judge, especially now, in the last 5-6 years since COVID hit. It's been so much more easier for people to shrink themselves, to become the version of themselves that other people expect them to be more than their authentic true selves, to jump on bandwagons, no matter the cost. And we are all different for different reasons. And even though it's really difficult to celebrate at any level, hatred, anger, any of that stuff, I also wanted to remind you of something that has come up for me today and last night, which is, if you have a very strong view, it will mask you from being able to see anyone else's views. So you could have a long-standing relationship, friendship with someone, and then you might say something, type something, right? Not say, but type and text, which has very, very, very little communication, actual communication, that you can convey and that you can interpret in context. And you you may have these strong beliefs and be unable to process what you are reading and what you are experiencing, and maybe, just maybe, you're getting involved in that. I know I found myself getting involved a little bit. I wrote a couple of things which were not supposed to in any way, shape or form to have angered anybody, but unfortunately a lot of people are very angry right now, and a lot of people are very frustrated and feeling disenfranchised, and there's nothing you can do about that, because everyone is entitled to walk their own path in life and to experience life the way they are. It's just like you can't lead someone to a mirror and force them to see themselves the way that you see them in such a beautiful, glorious light. Like, you can't expect them to understand, to see themselves the way that you see them, because number one, like, we cannot change people. As much as you want to, you will never, ever, ever change someone by trying to force them to see the way that you see. And number two, it's just not how the human mind works either. So not only can you not do that, should you not do that, it is actually pretty much impossible to do that. So you can manipulate someone to see the same way as you, depending on the circumstances, sure, but it's a pretty shitty thing to do. So I have zero interest in making anyone see my views. And unfortunately, that's not the way some people feel. They very much want you to see their views, no matter the cost. And when that happens, in different ways, there is fallout. Because it's force. I don't personally follow or subscribe to any platform, no matter what it is, like somebody's platform, where they are sharing anything that could invite other people to become more angry, more frustrated, or more hateful. I am experiencing it in my own country at the moment, in England. But if I was to try and force people to see my views on that, I would be taking away their own experience. And that's not kind, and that's not fair. It's so difficult for you right now. I know. I understand. Because I've got a themes of consciousness chart on my wall. I actually, spoiler alert, might have created my own version of this as well. That's coming out at some point, which I'm really excited about, because I've taken the Hawkins scale, the themes of consciousness. I've been inspired by them, but I also wanted to bring light to the contracted states of fear and anger and frustration, because there is power. There's a lot of power in those contracted states. The expanded states, like joy and love and freedom and enlightenment, and on the way to the expanded states, you've got like acceptance and willingness and courage and neutrality, and it's an exciting ladder to climb. But in order to taste for sweetness at the top, we also have to know what the discomfort feels like, what the challenges feel like, and the upset and the upheaval. So one cannot be without the other. And you can definitely tip the scales so we can have more of the expanded states, or you yourself stay in those emotions more. Right? You're feeling joy and happiness and passion. You're feeling all of these things more. That's my squeaky chair again. I really should stop sitting on this thing while I'm doing my episodes. So you can stay in those states longer, and we can send out that vibration more and more and more the more that we're in it, right? Amazing ripple effect. And turn down the notch on the contracted states. But they're still going to be there. And it's our job, no matter what's happening in this world, to learn the best that we can to deal with that balance and whatever that means for us. So for me, it means don't get involved in topics of debate where it's going to be a waste of my time. Like, I am not going to be heard. A lot of people cannot hear you right now. They're unable to. They do not have critical thinking skills. They do not have, because they were never taught, emotional intelligence. You can expand on that. You can teach yourself at any stage in your life. But generally, if you do not learn emotional intelligence when you're younger, then you're going to, it's going to be more challenging for you when you're older, right? And self-awareness. How many people do you know that go within, that sit with themselves, to understand themselves, versus going and looking it up on TikTok, going to Google, going to ChatGPT even, asking a friend, or just always searching for the answer outside of themselves. It's like self-awareness, to truly understand yourself, is such an incredible superpower. And it is a superpower now because it's not harnessed as much as it used to be. So there is no point in you or I getting involved in debates because the context won't be there properly. The communication will be at about 5%. So someone will only be able to hear you through their own mindset at that time, through their own feelings, their own emotions and viewpoints. So all you're going to do is essentially become part of the contraction, part of that ripple effect that you don't actually want to be part of. So my advice right now is, if you can find it in yourself, have a social media break. You don't need it. You really don't need it. Unless you're a content creator and you've got to get your videos up, get your videos up. Respond to people. Do that. But don't scroll. Don't get involved in it. At least for 48 hours. And if you can do it for longer, definitely do it for longer. If you cannot, you do not have the ability in yourself right now to do that, try and be mindful of knowing that whatever you interact with is also part of your vibration, part of your energy field. If you really, really need some amazing insight, just look up Joe Dispenza, watch a few videos, or someone like Abraham Hicks, or just anyone who inspires you that doesn't come from a place or a platform that is trying to evoke more hatred, more anger, more frustration, or anything like that. And look out also for people that okay, they're saying the words, but something isn't quite lining up. If you feel that something isn't quite lining up because, I don't know, it's thoughts and prayers, right? There's no actual compassion. There's no actual feeling there. It's performative. Then ask yourself, why are content creators right now using as many buzzwords as they can that they know will trigger the algorithms? I'm trying to be really careful not to use certain words. I'm not using names. I'm not using anything. I do not want this to go viral, if I'm to be completely honest with you. I don't even think it will. But I don't want it to, because I just want it to reach the people that need this message right now. And I know that is essentially going to be a small group of people. And I'm totally okay with that. I'm more than okay with that, because I just know in my heart, like, it's going to reach the right people, right? So protect yourself. Just protect yourself. You are so important. All your love and all your energy and all your passion. Right now, just don't respond to people. Scroll past the videos. Look for the things that light you up. Do the things right now that light you up. Or take some time for yourself to process this. Journal, meditate, go for a walk, listen to your thoughts, understand your triggers, and come out of this with silver linings. At the end of the day, there are silver linings in anything in this life, if you want it to be. So, therefore, you have the power right now to find them. The truth is, you never know why someone feels the way they do, even if they tell you, because the only person that can truly understand themselves is that person. So you only have the power to truly understand you right now, and you can be sure of that. And if you don't feel like you can understand yourself right now, I'm here to tell you, you absolutely can. Many moons ago, I was very, very angry at the world. I was very frustrated with my life. I was in bed all the time. I was just constantly sleeping. I was in a very unhappy relationship. I felt trapped in a system of my own making. I felt trapped in a bigger societal system. And all I would do is point a finger at everyone else for why I felt the way I felt. And there is, oh my God, there is so much power that you can harness for yourself, for your life, by taking control of that and not pointing the finger and not blaming everyone else, and simply just getting to know you. Some people that you know are just people, they're people pleasers. And so they'll do things that they think is the right thing to do, which goes against their actual belief systems. And there's nothing you can do about that to change that. If that person, those people that you care about so much, that are in your family, your friends, your energetic field, the people you love, if they are in that place right now, send them love and bring them into your mind when you're meditating. Like, just give them space to work that out for themselves. And I know that can be really hard when someone is especially like angry, they're throwing anger your way or frustration, but that is still passion, and that is still deriving from something, and usually it derives from fear. So in these moments, I like to really, really double down on as much compassion as I can. I have, however, in the last 24 hours, realized that my compassion does also have some boundaries. And that's something that I'm going to explore, because I don't think I've properly explored that before. I just love being in a high vibrational state as much as I can. And it's not ever to negate my own emotions or feelings, because I'm the queen of processing as well. But like, I just don't see the point in staying there. I know that if you stay in a negative state long enough, that can manifest in physical issues as well. Like hashtag I had cancer, you know? So I just don't want to put myself in that position ever again. So I worked out a way where I just love life, and I love this planet that we're on, and I love all the exciting twists and turns. And whereas I may not always love the challenges, I respect them. And I know they're in my life to teach me something and to give me something. And I think that's awesome. And nothing but good things have come from living the way I do, versus all the tears and the anger and the frustration that I used to feel when I was angry at the world. And I could blame the government, and I could blame this, and I can blame that. We need to tip the collective energy. We are all connected at a certain point. And I know that also might be a little bit triggering for you right now, to think that you are connected to people that have some very questionable ways of getting people to see the way that they see. I don't want to go into it, but I think you can read between the lines that you are like such a powerful human being, and I want the best for you, and you want the best for yourself. So without going on too long and without overstretching my message, please just take care of yourself today and tomorrow and the next week. Ride this eclipse energy. It's certainly been interesting, and I don't think it's going to stop being interesting either. So hold space for that, and as much as you can, just see the best in people, as much as you can. And like I say, I know there are boundaries there, and you're well within your rights to have those boundaries, and I am too. But wherever you can, just send out that love. Like, I'm just about to make myself a cacao. I'm going to do Ho'oponopono, which is the Hawaiian forgiveness mantra, which I've had amazing results with. So I'll leave this with you today. If you have a moment, if you're at work right now, or you're, whenever you're listening to this, when you get home, whatever's right for you, whether that's a cup of coffee or a cup of tea or a cacao, I hope it's not a double vodka and Coke. I hope it's not a whiskey, because we wanna be grounded right now. But sit with your drink, warm drink, preferably. It's going to be very soothing. Put your hands on your heart and say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. And keep repeating that. If you want to double down on the energy of that, use EFT tapping as you say the different sentences. So I might start at my eyebrow point, right at the beginning of my eyebrow, not in the middle of my forehead. And I'd say, I'm doing it right now, by the way, so do it with me if you can. But not if you're driving, okay? Not if you're driving. I'm sorry. And now go to the side of your eye, just on the bone, not in the temple. Please forgive me. Then go under your eye, again on the bone, not in the middle of your cheek. Thank you. Okay. And then go under your nose, above your lip, just in that space. I love you. And then carry on to your chin point, your collarbone, under your arm where your bra strap would be. And if any guys are listening right now, you know y'all have thought about it before, right? Where would that bra strap? But you know where a bra strap goes, okay? So just tap there. And just keep tapping. Feel that release, feel that relief, let it go, and then choose something that's going to make you feel better. Even if it's for a few minutes, give yourself the fucking release and relief that you deserve. Because you're not actually looking for the release of venting. You're not actually looking for the release of gossiping. You're looking for the release of your nervous system to relax, to feel safe, to feel whole and held. I hope that helped you today. It helped me to do that, and I am going to double down on transmuting this energy as much as I can. And I'm sending all my love to you, and I'll speak to you soon.